fled to the Regal Beagle. I made the last part up, the Regal Beagle part. Wow. He got so upset that he passed gas. You know, I've had some bosses that have asked me questions that I didn't necessarily have the answer to at that point. But not once did I think of passing gas. Although I think I might have, though. But that's another matter. Wow. Someone's got a nervous intestinal system there. Let's see here. Let's hope this guy doesn't have a nervous intestinal system, because it could make his transformation a lot more awkward and a lot more messy. The new RoboCop trailer has been released. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. The first trailer for the remake of RoboCop is finally here, and I saw it this morning, and that looks like it's going to be one hell of a good movie. I love science fiction, and I love cyborg technology and all that, and I think this is going to be a damn good remake. Normally I'm not a big fan of remakes, but I think this is going to be an excellent remake. It stars Joel Kinnaman, Gary Oldman, Michael Keaton, and Abby Cornish. It's scheduled for release on February 7th, 2014. Whereas the original RoboCop was more of a farce/parody of ultra-violent films and of cop shows and so forth. Excuse me. For what I can tell from this trailer of the new RoboCop film, I think it asks some good philosophical questions, such as where do man and machine really meet? You know, what's the boundary there? What's that relationship really like? You know, is a man fitted with cyborg technology still a man? And I think it's an interesting question to ponder, because we're finally at that age in our technology where we can integrate things like that. They may not be the best. You know, I still prefer my organic parts. You know, as much as cybernetic parts and so forth, cybernetic transformations intrigue me, I don't wish to give up any of my parts for mechanical parts. Well, for one thing, machines break down. And skin doesn't rust. Yeah, it may burn, it may freeze, but it will grow back in most circumstances. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the remake of RoboCop, and I think it's going to be a really good film, and I encourage you to check out that movie trailer. Just look for it on YouTube. Well, the number for the day is 160. 160. That's the number of baby girls named Khaleesi, Khaleesi, last year, after the character on Game of Thrones, Khaleesi. It's a pretty name, but a bit hard to spell. Even harder for me to pronounce today for some strange reason. Well, that's what's going on today in the trending column. Well, we're going to take a quick break, my friends, and come back with news headlines as well as the weather forecast, plus a whole lot more on this edition of First Cup. All right, so I want you to stick around, and while I'm stalling for time trying to find the music bed that I wanted to play, and where did it go? I thought I just saw it here. There it is. I think this is the right one. Let's see. Let's load that. Yep, that's it. Anyway, we'll be right back in just a moment, so I want you to stick around for more of First Cup on this Friday, September 6th. Come on, computer. Friday. Come on. Quit that. Stop scrolling up like that. All right, now put this one over there. Very good, computer. Now we're going to play that. Nothing like stalling for time. I wish I had a real engineer sometimes. Anyway, here we go. We'll be right back.
This is the dirtiest show I have ever been on in all of my life.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
It's not acceptable to call me a nigger.
It's not acceptable to call me a spick.
To call me a chink.
To call me a fag.
It's not acceptable to call me a kike.
It's not acceptable to call me a retard or call yourself or your friends retarded when they do something foolish.
The R word is the same as every minority slur. Treat it that way and don't use it.
Spread the word to end the word.
I'm so glad we left that stupid party.
No joke.
Hey, baby, are you an overdue library book? Because you got fine written all over you.
Oh, barf. What about that girl with the hoop earrings?
Ridiculous. When she was dancing...
Megan, look out! Look out!
Oh my God, Becky. Becky, are you okay?
My arm. I think it's broken.
Can you bend it?
It's already bent. In the wrong direction.
I can't believe this. I'm so sorry. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Really? Just buzzed?
Yeah, I swear.
Well, in that case, my arm is fine. Ah, that's better.
You're really okay? You're serious, Becky?
No, genius. I'm not serious. Ow! My arm, it hurts.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
Good morning there, Chief. Agent 99 is on her way. Okay, I know that was a bad Don Adams, but I had to try. Welcome back to First Cup, Studio 26. Yours truly, Joe Haffner, here at the controls on the 6th day of September 2013. And we'll have a look at the nationwide weather forecast in just a moment, as well as the Twitter comments of the day a little bit later on, the CBS World News Roundup, market information, plus a whole lot more, along with the song of the day. Right now, though, what do you say we take a look at those news headlines? I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button there for just a moment. And play the news intro. Take it away, Paul.
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news.
And from the Gunther House of Friends news desk, this morning I find that John Kerry says failing to strike Syria could fuel rebel extremism. Secretary of State John Kerry said yesterday that if the United States does not take action against the Syrian government for the use of chemical weapons on its own people, it could continue to cause the rebels in the country to become extreme. He said if the United States takes military action, it would empower the moderate opposition and put extremist rebels at an extreme disadvantage. The cause of the huge Yosemite wildfire has been determined. The U.S. Forest Service determined that the cause of the huge rim fire that burnt part of Yosemite National Park was caused by an illegal fire set by a hunter. No arrests have been made, and authorities say they are unclear how the fire, which started in a remote canyon of the Stanislaus National Forest, got out of control. And I sense trouble from this one, because I have a feeling this is going to be a big news on Fox later today. The state of Massachusetts reviews Under God part of Pledge of Allegiance. Okay? Well, the Supreme Judicial Court of Massachusetts will hear arguments next Wednesday about whether the Under God in the Pledge of Allegiance constitutes discrimination against atheist students. Opposition attorneys say children are not forced to say the pledge and can forego participation. However, attorneys arguing discrimination say they have a strong case. But I guess we'll find out by next Thursday, won't we? And I'm sure we'll be talking about it on the program at that time. But that's what's in the news headlines for today. And for some reason, my national weather forecast information is not loading today, so I guess we will forego that segment. because normally at this time I would have, the National Weather Forecast. So instead, we're going to bring up the Friday Funnies a little bit earlier than planned. So let me load the theme. For some reason I forgot to load that at the start of the program. And scroll down here. There's the theme. Put that over there. Raise this up to the red line. And look for today's comedian, which is Bill Cosby. And where is Mr. Cosby? Dr. Cosby, where are you? There you are. Put you into the deck 2. And it's time to sit back, relax, before we get ready for the CBS World News Roundup. It's time for the Friday Funnies, my friends, on this edition of First Cup.
I don't know where you get these people from. Sometimes I think it's drugs. It's got to be drugs, because people on pure air don't worry about things like that. You know, the drugs, I think drugs make people, they get like... I've seen them, they take they have to hold it in, see? See, that's the problem with smoking. You have to look. Now, your body doesn't want it, so it starts to kick it out, whether you want to hold it or not, so you begin to... Now, the best part about drugs is that while you're doing that, the person sitting next to you is going, "Hey, man, pass that over." Then the people get stoned. Now, this is the fun part of getting... They get stoned, then they become paranoid. Now, when they started out, they said, "Let's get high and have fun." So they're high, now they're paranoid. Am I falling out of this chair? Then I've known people who've gotten stoned and they start to laugh and nobody knows what they're laughing at. They just... No, wait a minute. Ah! No, wait a minute. I went over to the... No, wait a minute. I went over to the Burger King. And so the guy took a piece of meat and threw it on the grill. I said, "Oh, wow." Woo! So then he turned it over. It was all brown as it far out. And he put it in between two pieces of bread. I said, "Oh, no." And the guy ate